Next we have physical properties of carboxylic acids and the reactions taking place by the cleavage of oxygen-hydrogen bond in carboxylic acids. First we have the physical properties of carboxylic acids. Usually under the physical properties we are studying about melting point, boiling point, solubility, etc. First we will see the melting point and boiling point of carboxylic acids when we compare with other functional groups. We know that we have studied about the order of melting point and boiling point, and it is clear from the order that hydrocarbons and ethers are having the lowest melting point and boiling point, and carboxylic acids are having the highest melting point and boiling point. So, a repeated board question is why carboxylic acids are having high boiling point than other functional groups. Whenever there is a melting point question, a melting point or boiling point question comes, we know the answer will be in terms of hydrogen bonding. So, why the carboxylic acids are having high melting point and boiling point? Reason is here. We know we can represent carboxylic acids generally as RCOOH. So, when we see from this, it is clear that between two carboxylic acids, they can form two hydrogen bonds. Hydrogen bonds are represented by dotted lines. So, between two acids, they can form two intermolecular hydrogen bonding. That means the hydrogen bonding is very, very strong. This intermolecular hydrogen bonding is very, very strong. That means they have extensive molecular association through this intermolecular hydrogen bonding even in the vapor state. So, in the vapor state also they can exist as, or they are existing as, dimers. Very important value point. Carboxylic acids can exist as dimers even in the vapor state. That means in the vapor state also there is molecular association. The reason is due to extensive intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Now, the next physical property we know regarding solubility. And we know that those substances which are soluble in water means they can form hydrogen bond with water, and those which are insoluble in water means they cannot form hydrogen bond with water. So, the next repeated board question is simple aliphatic carboxylic acids are soluble in water. Yes, we know the reason, because they can form. The answer is they can form hydrogen bond with water. So, whenever we write answer as they can form hydrogen bonding, we have to represent the hydrogen bonding. So, take one acid molecule and one water molecule, that is enough. They can form hydrogen bond with water. Here the carbonyl oxygen is forming hydrogen bond with the hydrogen atom of water, or we can draw hydrogen bonding between hydrogen atom of acid with oxygen atom of water. Anyway, we can draw the hydrogen bonding. So, the soluble nature, the reason is because they can form hydrogen bond with water. Now, the next very important board question is benzoic acid is insoluble in water, whereas acetic acid is soluble in water. In order to understand this, first we have to draw the structure. We know the structure of benzoic acid, that is benzene ring containing COH, and acetic acid structure is CH3COOH. What is the difference here? Here it is CH3 and here it is a big benzene ring. Now, we know that water is a polar solvent, but hydrocarbon part means containing carbon and hydrogen only, and carbon and hydrogen they won't differ in the electronegativity value. So, it is highly hydrophobic in nature. So why benzoic acid is insoluble in water? The reason is due to this large hydrophobic hydrocarbon part. So these are the questions coming from melting point and boiling point or physical properties. Next we have the reactions of chemical reactions of carboxylic acids. In this first we have the reactions involving cleavage of OH bond. So how the cleavage of OH bond is taking place in carboxylic acid? We know the structure of carboxylic acid, it is C double bond O single bond OH. So how the breaking of OH bond is? Here hydrogen will be going as H plus by giving the bond pair of electrons to oxygen. It is going without taking electrons from oxygen, giving the bond pair to oxygen. So what we are getting here is R C double bond O. This oxygen will be getting a minus charge and hydrogen will be going as H plus. So if there is cleavage of OH bond in carboxylic acid, that shows the release of H plus ions, and release of H plus ions shows what? The acidic nature of a compound. So it shows that carboxylic acids are highly acidic in nature. And the ion that is formed, carboxylic acid, after the release of H plus ion, we are getting RCOO minus. This can also be written as RCOO minus. It is called as carboxylate ion. Carboxylate ion, and this carboxylate ion is actually the conjugate base of carboxylic acid. So carboxylic acid on ionization, we are getting carboxylate ion. Formula is RCOO minus, and it is actually the conjugate base of carboxylic acid. So from this we can understand that carboxylic acids are highly acidic in nature. If there is cleavage of OH bond in carboxylic acid, that shows its acidic nature. Then next we will see what are the reactions showing acidic nature. Of carboxylic acids. Note down as very important question, repeated board question. What are the reactions showing the acidic nature of carboxylic acids? There are three main reactions to show the acidic nature of carboxylic acids. The first one is reaction with metals. And usually we are studying the reaction with metallic sodium. So the general equation can be written as RCOOH, that is carboxylic acids. On reaction with metallic sodium, we know that any acid on reaction with metal, we get hydrogen gas. So hydrogen gas will be released from here because there is cleavage of OH bond. So this hydrogen is releasing as H2 gas. So in order to release H2, how many acid molecules are required? 2. So and we are getting RCOONE. So to balance the equation we have 2, here also 2. So we get hydrogen gas and sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Now the next reaction to show the acidic nature is very important reaction with sodium bicarbonate, and it is used as, note down, the identification test. of carboxylic acids. When we do the functional group analysis in the lab, we are using this sodium bicarbonate test as the identification test for carboxylic acids. What is observation? When we add sodium bicarbonate to carboxylic acids, general formula RCOOH. On reaction with NaHCO3, that is sodium bicarbonate, first we will be getting RCOONa, that is sodium salt of carboxylic acid plus carbon dioxide gas, and the formation of this carbon dioxide gas will be appearing as brisk effervescence. When we do the identification test, observations are always more important. So, when we add sodium bicarbonate to carboxylic acid, we are getting the brisk effervescence of carbon dioxide. Along with this, we will be getting water. So, this is the second test to show the acidic nature of carboxylic acid. Now, the last reaction to show the acidic nature of carboxylic acid is neutralization reaction. We know what is meant by neutralization. When acid reacts with base, they can form salt and water. So, when carboxylic acids, general representation is RCOOH. When they react with a base, that is NaOH, we get salt and water. How the elimination of water from here? So, we will be getting RCOONa. So, the reactions to show, 3 reactions to show the acidic nature of carboxylic acids. First one is the reaction with metals. Observation is evolution of hydrogen gas. The second one is the reaction with sodium bicarbonate, and that is used as the identification test for carboxylic acid. The observation is very important. When we add sodium bicarbonate to carboxylic acid, we are getting brisk effervescence of carbon dioxide. And the last reaction is neutralization reaction, that is when they react with a base, they can form salt and water. So, these reactions shows that carboxylic acids are highly acidic in nature. Then, what about the ionization of carboxylic acids in water? Ionization in water. Very important. When we dissolve carboxylic acid, RCOOH, in water, whenever we write the ionization equation in water, always use reversible arrow. We know that carboxylic acids are acidic in nature, that means ready to release H plus ions. So, what happens here is H plus ions will be donated to water so that it becomes RCOO minus and water becomes H3O plus. And what is RCOO minus ions known as? Carboxylate ion, which is the conjugate base of what? Carboxylic acid. So, carboxylic acid on dissolving in water, we are getting carboxylate ion, the conjugate base. Now, what is the resonance, or how is the resonance in carboxylate ion? The carboxylate ion is highly resonance stabilized. So, how is the resonance in carboxylate ion? Very important. Carboxylate ion general formula is RC double bond O single bond O minus. So, here the negative charge will be shifting towards here. At the same time, the pi electrons will be shifting towards this oxygen. So, we will be getting the resonating structure as R, C, single bond O will become double bond O. Here double bond O will become single bond O minus. There is no other possibility to draw the resonating structures. So, here we have for carboxylate anion, we have two resonating structures. Structures 1 and 2 are called as resonating structures. So, the resonance hybrid how we can draw is R, C. There is no change in these two oxygen positions. There is no change in the single bond also. So, how to draw the resonance hybrid is double bond can be here or between here. That we can draw by using dotted lines. So, the structure 3 is representing the resonance hybrid. So, 1 and 2 are the resonating structures, and the resonating structures of carboxylate anion is very important, because the reason is 1 and 2 almost look same. So, such structures are known as equivalent structures. So, carboxylate anion is having two equivalent resonating structures, and in these two resonating structures, see, the oxygen atom is only at the more electronegative oxygen. If the negative charge is only at the more electronegative atom, such resonating structures are highly stabilized. So, carboxylate anion is highly stabilized due to equivalent resonating structures in which the negative charge is at the more electronegative oxygen. So, this is about the resonance in carboxylate anion. Now, we know that the acidity we can express either in terms of Ka value or in terms of pKa value, and we know that higher the Ka value, stronger the acid, or lower the Ka value, weaker the acid. Or we can express the acidity in terms of pKa value. pKa means we know that it is negative log Ka or log 1 by Ka. So, definitely higher the Ka value, pKa value will be less. So, higher the pKa value, weaker the acid. So, these are the two terms we have already studied to express the acidity either in terms of Ka value or in terms of pKa. And if we compare the acidity of carboxylic acids, that means organic acids, with mineral acids like hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, etc., always mineral acids are stronger than organic acids. So, acetic acid, benzoic acid, all these are weaker acids than mineral acids. Mineral acids are always stronger acids. Okay. Now, we have already studied about the acidity. In the previous chapters, we have seen that alcohols, phenols are acidic in nature. Then, now we are studying about carboxylic acids. They are also acidic in nature. So, if we compare the acidity of carboxylic acid with phenol, carboxylic acids are stronger acids than phenol. What is the reason? If we compare the acidity of alcohol and phenol, phenol is a stronger acid. But if we compare the acidity of phenol with carboxylic acid, more stronger acid is carboxylic acid. What is the reason behind, very important question, what is the reason behind the higher acidity of carboxylic acid? We know that carboxylic acid on ionization we are getting carboxylate anion. So, carboxylate anion is the conjugate base of carboxylic acid. Similarly, phenol on ionization we are getting phenoxide ion. So, phenoxide ion is the conjugate base of phenol. In both these conjugate bases, that is carboxylate ion, in carboxylate ion there is resonance, at the same time in phenoxide also there is resonance, and these two resonating structures already we studied. Both alkoxide both carboxylate anion and phenoxide ion both are resonance stabilized. Then why one is more stronger acid? The reason is, when we see the resonating structures of carboxylate anion, the first point is the carboxylate anions are having equivalent resonating structures. Both look same. But in the case of phenoxide ion, they are having non-equivalent resonating structures. So, the first point is, in carboxylate anion they have equivalent resonating structures, but in the case of phenoxide ion they have non-equivalent resonating structures. And the last point is, if you check the delocalization of negative charge, in carboxylate anion the negative charge is delocalized over the highly electronegative oxygen, but in the case of phenoxide, if you see the resonating structures, only in the structure 1, only in structure 1 you can see the negative charge on oxygen. In all the other structures the negative charge is on less electronegative carbon, but in the case of carboxylate anion the negative charge is highly delocalized over the more electronegative oxygen atom only. Therefore, the conclusion is, carboxylate anion or carboxylate ion is more stabilized than phenoxide. Therefore, carboxylic acid is a stronger acid than phenol. So, two main reasons: we have to draw all the resonating structures, all the ionization equations. Along with that, the first point is carboxylate anion is having equivalent resonating structures while phenoxide ion is having non-equivalent resonating structures. And in carboxylate anion, the negative charge is delocalized over the more electronegative oxygen atom only, while in the case of phenoxide ion, it is delocalized over less electronegative carbon. Therefore, the main value point is carboxylate ion is more stabilized than phenoxide, and carboxylic acid is a stronger acid than phenol.